Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. This is part 5B of the Study of Complicated or the Flower Bouquet blanket. In today's video, we're going to be concluding our blanket in order to get to the final shaping that we're going to need. This blanket does not sit flat. It's got a slight ruffle to it because it's supposed to be delicate looking and just really free flowing. Today we're going to do rounds number 21 all the way through 28, which will then bring you to a conclusion. So in the last video we just did is that we went and we started making the chevron. So the chevrons are going to keep on getting bigger and bigger as we go and keeping in alignment. You can also find the crochet diagram available on the download if you would like that as well. So let's move on to the color C, as in cat, and that's the color white as we move on to the 21st round next. Let's begin with the color C, moving on to the 21st round. I need you to attach to any chain 2 space corner on any of the points, the big points, and you're going to just start, so attach chain 3 and double crochet into the same chain 2. Create the point by chain 2 and 2 more double crochet in there. Now, I really like crisscross stitching, so I wanted to figure out how to add that to this particular blanket. And remember that the first stitch kind of always gets covered. See there? So you got to kind of yank it backwards so you can see the opening for the first stitch. So the crisscross, I like to go and skip one and double crochet in the next. And I like to access the one I skipped from behind. If you would like to access it from the front, you can do so. And you're going to do these crisscrosses all the way until you get to the middle ones, and you're going to skip the middle ones here. So we skip one, double crochet in the next, and cross back. So some people prefer crossing in front. I like doing it in the back. I find it's easier just to move the project forward, get it out of my way, and access. So crisscrosses are a very easy way to be able to attach texture to anything that you're creating. Okay, so I've got my last crisscross there. You'll notice I'm in the 2 middles, so I'm going to skip over that. So when I do the next one here, I need to do a crisscross, then continuing along. So skip the 2, I skip the first one out and go to the second. So I'm technically going to the 4th stitch over. So double crochet and then cross back to the one you skipped. So there should technically only be 2 skipped in the center. Okay, so skip 1, cross, and cross back. You're going to do this all the way to the point. Okay, so you should have complete crisscrosses, not any partials. So then you got your space at the top here, your corner, so it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So then you go out, you can see the first one here because it's clear. So skipping one, go into the next and cross back and continue to ride this up and down just like this to create this texture. I'll be right back in a few moments. At the end of the round, I've got my final crisscross in, just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and then move on to the 22nd round using the color D as in dog. In my case, it'll be lavender. Moving on to the 22nd round, we're going to create gapping spaces next. Come into any point, attach, and chain 3. And double crochet back into the same point, and chain 2. And 2 more double crochet in there. So the points will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So as you start this round, you're going to skip the first double crochet out, go to your second, but before you do so, just chain 1 first, and then go into that second one. and you're going to create these gapping spaces. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next. This will be a very fast round. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next. You have to watch the center points between the valleys though, and I'll show you that in a second. So skip 1, chain 1. So you can see now is that I've just chain 1, skipped 1 and double crochet. There's only 1 stitch left. So I need to not chain 1, I just need to double crochet in the next. And this is the second last one before the middle. So just remember that there's going to be 2 side by side. So skipping the middle 2 here, just start and put 2 double crochet in a row. And then you can start skipping spaces again. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. And you can do that all the way to the point. So just keep an eye on those valleys. Okay, so there we go. I'm in the second last one before a peak, chain 1, skip the last one before the peak, and then do your 2 double crochet. Chain 2 and 2 double crochet in the peak. So when you start a fresh side, chain 1, skip the first one out, double crochet in the next, and keep doing that until you get close to the center point here. So then you'll have 2 side by side on both sides of that, and then you'll have these gapping spaces that will appear. Please do this around for round number 22. Completing number 22, I'm coming up, got my double crochet in. I still have to chain 1, skip over the last one, and slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This is the end of this color D. We're moving on to the color A next for round number 23. Let's begin round number 23. Color A, start off in a point. Attach, chain 3, and a double crochet in. Chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in. So each one of the points are 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. I wanted to give you a bit of a break. So what we need to do is that we just need to double crochet in every stitch and every chain 1 space, but we're going to ignore the 2 middle ones here. So we need to skip the 2 middle. Okay, so you just got to work your way down the existing stitch work. So if there's a stitch, slap in a double crochet, and if there's a space, put it right into that space. And that helps keep those spaces open for very pleasant visuals. So every stitch, every space gets something. Except for the middle valley, right? We want to skip those. I wanted to keep it very simple so that you could always skip over the centers between the valleys instead of throwing off your counts for counting. So there was intention, because I know myself. I am not the sharpest tool in the shed, but definitely a tool in the shed. Okay, so I got my 2 middles right here, so I'm going to come into my last double crochet right here, skip the 2 middles, go to the 3rd one away, and start going back up. So every stitch, every space gets something. So you don't hear me counting, I'm just filling in spaces and stitches. So in the points, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So then you're just going to work your way down like you had been before, and just making sure you're skipping over it. And you can see that the spaces are getting more and more distant from each other from when we started it way back down here. So continue this around for number 23. I'll be right back. Finishing up number 23, just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, And let's get rid of this color and move on to the color B next. Round number 24, we're going to apply some single crochet rounds. It was just like we did it before, and so you're going to ignore the middle in between the valleys. So starting off here in the point, attach, chain 1, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. So each one of the points is technically 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So you can either count the stitches going down. In this case, it is 17. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to rely on myself. If you want to do 17, you can, but just look at it and determine where you think the center is. You can kind of see how the legs are split. These are the centers. You're going to just single crochet yourself down until you get to the stitch before the legs of the valley, like that. So you skip the legs, you see those two, and just go to the third one and then go back up the other side. So it's the same count. Either side of that 17 is the number, and you're going to go all the way to the next point. So don't ever underestimate single crochet on its effectiveness for really making colors pop. Okay, and then once you get to the next point, it's single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you're just going to keep moseying on all the way around. See, it creates this really cool band, and we are going to continue that into the next round, and I'll see you on the end of the round in a moment. Once you're back around, just slip stitch then to the beginning single crochet. Let's get rid of this color and go on to the color E as we move on to the 25th round next. Okay, round number 25. With the color E, you're going to go into a point, attach and chain 3, and a double crochet into the same point. Chain 2 to turn the point, and 2 double crochet in. So the points on this round are 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So we need to do this crisscross like we had done before. The problem is that we have an extra stitch. So the very first one coming out, okay, you got to really watch these here because it's going to cover over. So just kind of pull it out to expose the top of the first stitch. That's just going to be a double crochet that's going to stand by itself. And now you can start crisscrossing until you get to the stitch before the middle two. Okay, so just skip one, double crochet in the next, and then cross back. And then you keep doing that until you can physically see the 2 stitches in the center that you want to skip over. So each one of these crisscrosses are considered 2 double crochet, just so you know if you're making counts. So I didn't give you the number of crisscrosses, I gave you the number of double crochets because it's easier. So I can see in the next 2, those are the middles. See, one here, one here. So I'm going to skip, I'm going to go to the 4th one over, double crochet, and then cross back to the stitch before. So there still should technically only be 2 skipped ones right in the center. And you're going to continue this back to the opposite, or to the next point. But it's going to leave 1 stitch that's exposed. And so then that 1 stitch, you're just going to fill it in with a double crochet by itself. I told you before, these kind of stitches work on an even number. So if there's an odd number like this, you have to have an extra stitch to fill in. so everything is working in sets of pairs. So you have one more stitch left, double crochet in that one just to put something there, and then you got your point again. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So remember the very first one out, if you don't see the stitch, you just got to reef it back. Just pull it back to expose the top of the first. That's just going to be a double crochet by itself, and then you start crisscrossing all the way back down to the center point, skip the 2 middle, and then come up the other side, and make sure that you have one left over and you fill that in before doing another point. Please complete this around for number 25. So coming around, I'm crisscrossing. I still have one stitch that's by itself. Fill that in with a double crochet, and then just slip stitch it to the beginning. Okay, so we're now going to continue then to round number 26 using the same color, and I'll be right back in a second. Round number 26, we're in the wrong spot, so we need to get to the chain 2 space corner, so just slip stitch 2 over. We're going to create a empty gapping space like we had been before. See right here, we're doing that again. So we're going to chain 3, and then double crochet in, and chain 2, and 2 double crochet in. So these kind of spacings allow for yarn to go further distance-wise because they take less yarn for this kind of type of stitch. So you're going to start immediately by chaining 1, skip the first double crochet out from a corner, go to their second, and keep alternating between that. So just chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. And you're going to do that until the stitch before the valley. Okay, so we got the valley here, the 2 middle, we're going to just do it until the stitch right before it. So skipping 1, chaining 1, double crochet in the next. So this adds volume to your blanket at a speed that is probably more enjoyable for you. Okay, so I skipped 1, chain 1, and you see this is the second one before the middle 2. So just skipping those 2, just double crochet the next. So don't chain 1 after this one, just skip the 2 and start the same sequence. So just double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, and go back all the way to the top of the next point. So it just happens to be that the bitty stripes looks like the same color from below, but because of the distance that you've gone around, it should actually be at a different spot. We're really providing some really unique colors for your blanket. Okay, so coming back up to the point, chain 1, skip the last double crochet before the point. That's just a matter of keeping the sequence. 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So then you'll start another side. So chain 1, skip the first one out, and double crochet the next. And do that all the way down, and then back up, just keeping an eye on the center points in the valley. I'll be right back at the end of the 26th round. So coming up to the end of this round, chain 1, skip the last one, and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. We're going to keep this color going on for round number 27 next. Number 27, we got to get to our chain 2 space, so we got to slip stitch over twice to get to that space, and chain 3, and double crochet into the same point. Chain 2 to turn, and 2 double crochet in. So the point is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So you're going to go into every stitch in every space, but you're going to skip the 2 middles right in the valley. So if it's got a stitch, place a stitch. If it's got a space, place the stitch in the space. You're not going to hear me counting because I don't need to. I just got to fill in those spaces and stitches, and just ignore the 2 middles that are in the valley. So I'm going to skip the 2 middles there and just go to the space after those 2 and work my way back up to the other point of your blanket. So during this design, I wanted to really yield as much yarn as I could out of the balls without wasting a lot of yarn. You would have noticed that your yarn is winding down. We did a stitch along many years ago where there was a lot of yarn left over and people had a bird. So when I'm designing, I'm always very conscious not to leave a lot of yarn left over. Okay, so I'm coming all the way up. Your corners, your points are 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And then you come on down. So fill in those spaces and those stitches, ignoring the 2 middles in the valley, and just continue that journey all the way around. I'll see you at the end of number 27 in a moment. So I'm at the end of the round. I just slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 and get rid of this color. And we're on number 28 next, which will be the finale of this with the color D as in dog. And I'll be right back. And finally, for your last round, number 28, using the color D as in dog, attached to your corner. Chain 3 and a double crochet in. Chain 2 and 2 double crochet in. So your corner, like the rest of them, has been 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. You're just going to double crochet yourself all the way around. When you get to the 2 middles in the center, just skip those right here and just double crochet down. The counts have been provided to you. It's 20 stitches down, skipping the 2 middle, and then 20 up, and then your corners are 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So if you can identify it, I wouldn't bother counting it. Enjoy your final round because it's going to be converting to a flower bouquet after that. At the end of the round, you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This is the end of the journey, and we are going to then quickly show you how to attach the flowers to the points next. So using the strand that you had from your flower, I know it's a different color than the one I showed you at the beginning of our course. I actually gave it away. Don't tell anybody. So you're going to use the center piece that was coming out, and you were going to go right around the chain 2. Okay. And you're going to go back into the project. So don't go so deep that this comes out to the front. Just stay within the back here. And you're going to pull it tight to the point. So when you're laying this down, it just kind of flops around. So then go around that piece again and then back into your flower. And you can do that a few times. If you prefer for this to sit down and always stay in alignment like this, what you can do, just go out further. Again, staying on the back side, don't let that needle come out through the front of the flower. And when you come in, just lay it down and go directly into the blanket a little bit further in. And this will keep the orientation so it will not fold back. Okay, so it's going to come in like this and go back out through the flower. So I'm using parts of the flower that will never be seen. Okay, so I'm just lifting up this lid and coming back in. And that'll keep the orientation. And I'd recommend that you keep this yarn back into the flower, so don't try to wreck that. Just stay within the flower itself and never see that needle on the other side. So by going there now, it's never going to be able to flip over it. It's always going to stay in alignment. And that's something that you can decide for yourself. So when you were displaying this and rolling it up, it still will just bend over to create that flower bouquet. But when you're laying it down, you don't have to worry about it flipping upside down like that if you're going to attach a little bit further in like I did. So once you have that done, you are just going to weave in your ends on the back side of the flower only. I'm tying it into a knot. And then the secret to something like this is to weave it back and forth a total of 3 times. So the knot is going to hold it anyway, but just back and forth the 3 times to get rid of that loose end. And therefore you'd be good to go. Okay, so there you go. And so you have 21 of those flowers to do, and then your project is complete. Please show us your creativity on our social media. This is Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, and we hope that you've enjoyed your course today. And I really want to see. Now, Journey members at the time of filming have already got access to this, and they started already winning awards at the county fairs too, which is pretty cool. And that's it for today. Have a good one. We hope to see you again in the future.